So the Detroit Lions pick up the 5th-year option on Jahmyr Gibbs, decline the 5th-year option on inside linebacker, middle linebacker Jack Campbell. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, the good word is Dan Miller reported this and said that they see Jack Campbell as a future Detroit Lion. It's just that paying, his 5th-year option was worth $22 million, and they couldn't, that was too rich for their blood. So he still got 1 year this year, meaning next year, if he hit the free agent market, he'd be a free agent. But they still can tag him. But if they didn't want to spend the $22 million on the 5th-year option, they probably not going to spend it on the tag. So, got rid of Alexander Zoney. So that comfort blanket is gone, or that little cushion for comfort is gone. So they got rid of him. So, for the most part, they got to get a deal done with him. He was the best defensive player on the team this year. Probably considered the best inside middle linebacker this year. Somebody was saying, trolling somebody, it was a reach. I was like an all-pro, a reach. He was the best defensive player on the defense. He was probably the best middle linebacker in football this year. Hell of a fine player. But apparently by them combining outside linebacker, inside linebacker, their salaries or something, that's how they came up to $22 million for the inside linebacker. But they value him. I think a deal will be struck with him. I think they'll keep away, get it done. And to be honest, inside linebacker isn't a position, respectfully, it isn't a position that, it take about 2 or 3 years for them to even come into their own. I mean, you remember with him, it was 2 years, and it was 2 years for bro. And I think first year or two, he started at inside. I mean, he was on outside linebacker. Then year 2 or 3 or 2, he started playing inside, and then 3, he had his coming out party. So it's one of those slow developing positions, to be honest. It takes time. It's the quarterback of the defense. You got to know what everybody doing. Usually the inside linebacker is the one that call the plays. So, yeah, I mean, it's a tough position to be in. It's a real tough position to be in. So, I mean, honestly, I don't think they have an inside linebacker on the roster right now. If they're going to feel comfortable, if they don't retain him, sliding to play inside linebacker. So, durable guy, athletic, big, Braylon Edwards was saying, oh, he's too big. He's an old school linebacker, but they knew what they was doing. Good in coverage, good at filling the run, good at make short tackler, sideline to sideline. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, you want to keep that guy around, to be honest with you. That's your guy. You groomed him, and then you want to groom him and allow him to go to another team. And now he's at the pinnacle. He at the peak of his powers. So I don't know what the number would be, but I'm not sure. But then they got decisions to make on Laporta and Brian Branch. Eventually, so a decision will have to be made there. 2 second-round picks, picked them in the same year. Seemed like they got a little cushion at tight end with Conklin, but he's a guy that spelled and started here or there, but nothing, too significant. They was looking at some tight ends in the draft. It was rumors, and I think Brock Wright's still out there. And, Brian Branch, they got the kid from Tampa to kind of be that hybrid safety. They brought another nickel in from Arizona State, so don't forget that. Maybe they might play him as safety in the Brian Branch position. They see him more of as a nickel. So there's some interesting questions to be had about the Lions. But Jack Campbell is imperative that they retain him, because they drafted the kid from Michigan, but, are you comfortable in year 2 getting him on the field playing inside linebacker? That's a lot of responsibility. And then it ain't like you can just stay on the trade market. Like, you can just go get one on the trade market. That's why Alexander Zoney was so significant. It ain't like you could just go pluck one off the trade market. So, yeah, I mean, we in a different time, baby. We in a different time. So, but yeah, man, I think, you know, I think for the most part, he'll be a part of us, a part of the team, and draft that well. I mean, significantly, they drafted well that year. I mean, the first 4 picks was Gibbs, Campbell, LaPorta, Branch. You know, I mean, you know, this year draft, you know, according to the pundits, you know, it's really the 2027 draft that's going to be like generational. Kind of funny. NBA draft this year is generational, according to a lot of people. And then next year, the NFL has a generational draft. So I think we got some questions to answer about next year's draft, to be honest. There's questions to answer about next year's draft. I mean, the previous year's draft, 2025. They, you know, got rid of DJ Reader, Roy Lopez. Let's get it with, you know, Tyleik Williams. It's your time to shine. They putting a lot of stock in him year 2. Lane McNeil, is he going to reload? I know he wasn't from that draft, but hey, is he going to come to form? You know, Tyleik Williams, you know, significant guy. Tate Ratledge don't have to worry about being center. Another year at guard. Will he switch to right guard? Will he? Left guard. Will he stay at right guard? So I mean, you know, Isaac Tesla, is it going to be more of a jump in the offense for Tesla? You know, and if Tesla and Jared Goff can't form a connection, you know, I think a lot of people are going to start looking at Jared Goff as the problem, because truth be told, him and Jameson Williams don't have a good connection. The chemistry just ain't there. Say what you want to say. Going on what? But going on year 4, it ain't trending up. You know, say what you say about John Morton, but Ben Johnson didn't really care for Jameson Williams. So, there's a lot of questions to be had, you know. If Goff don't get that connection going with Isaac Tesla, it's going to be more of an indictment on him. And shit, can he get a consistent connection going with Jameson Williams? A lot of questions about Goff. Athleticism, connection, but I think Campbell is going to be all right. You know, I think Campbell is going to be all right. So they're going to find a way to pay him. But hey, just my opinion on it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance get notifications. We go live or drop video. Check out the Trey Lines Talk playlist for more videos like this. Peace.